Sorry, I'm not a big-time financial advisor like you. All right, see you, Dad. Now, how much influence have your parents had in shaping your work life? Are they the rock to your foundation, the smooth transition from your younger days? What does life end up like when you follow in their footsteps? Paul de Goutiere can show you up close.
It's been a part of me ever since I can remember.
The details in his work life glow gold with precision these days, and it has a lot to do with this man, his father.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Dad.
He was interested in the business, what I was doing.
For these two generational genealogical gents, working together has been easy throughout the years. They both share a natural passion for the mechanics of things, as well as the hands-on experience that jewellery and gemstones require.
Thank you, Dad.
Well, this knowledge has rubbed off well, hasn't it?
It has.
When do I get paid?
And when can I leave?
In his early 20s, Tony de Goutiere started out as a watchman's apprentice in Toronto. He worked and travelled even as far as England, ending up here in Victoria. He applied his skills working for the Bay, Burkes and Eatons. Then, in 1960, decided it was time to set up shop by himself. And Estevan Village in Oak Bay seemed like the perfect location to begin the journey.
Oak Bay was considered the boondocks. People thought he was crazy opening up out here. It took, 15 minutes to get out here from downtown, my God. But, it turned out to be a very wise choice. And we have built up a very solid reputation and a great clientele.
Well, I guess I've been dealing with the de Goutieres for 43 years. We have great trust in this family giving us advice about jewelry.
In my first year, I had doubled my previous earnings with Eaton's, just on repairing watches and clocks.
While his focus was initially on watches, his interest in jewellery began to take over.
And I did some designing.
Now, Tony retired 18 years ago, but he still writes and photographs for gem publications. Together with his son, they chiseled out a deal, and now the future is in Paul's hands.
But before I took over, I also had to do all my gemology courses and get up to the same qualifications that Dad has, which are probably about the highest in Canada. Dad was the first to realize that gemological education was extremely important, especially in this business.
These days there's all kinds of imitations and synthetic knockoffs.
It's very easy to be taken. Even the big guys get taken.
But the big guys aside, this family have always wanted to keep the operation small.
Another store, more headaches.
We're not tied down by a head office.
And we were doing really well, and always have done really well. As I said, from the day we opened the business, the day I started, never looked back. And I just decided I wasn't ambitious enough to want to have a chain of stores.
As for the future of de Goutiere Jewelers...
Well, there was hope for a while that his son would have come into the business, but he's doing his own thing. So I don't know whether Paul will be the last of the line, and he's got a long way to go yet.
Paul, who once looked to his father to learn the tricks of the trade, is now himself the teacher. Emmy, although not family, has become Paul's protege. Might the future of de Goutiere Jewelers also be in her fingertips? From Estevan Village in Oak Bay, I'm James Green, your urban specialist.
Producing over 9,000 hours of local programming every year. This is Shaw TV, your local voice.